Of course, Colin Cowherd's going to come out here and say, because Sam Darnold had 3 good games in a row. First time Sam Darnold's ever had 3 good games in a row. And he mentions that he didn't have his running back who went out about the same time that Jarvis Landry went out. He don't mention that in Cleveland, though. So anyway, he's comparing. Listen, Colin, you don't know football. You can't compare Sam Darnold after 3 games to Baker Mayfield. And then he says Baker Mayfield had, without the first 2 years when he didn't have talent, he was horrible. You're going by the Freddie Kitchens plagued second year, when no one could have functioned in that offense with Freddie Kitchens. You forgot about the rookie year? 27 TDs, 14 interceptions in 13 games. Did you forget about that, Colin? Yeah, I like how you leave that out. And then let's talk about Sam Darnold versus Baker Mayfield. Both of them thrown into god-awful situations. Cleveland, 1-35, 0-16 the year prior. Eats quarterbacks up left and right. Sam Darnold goes to New York and gets eaten up in the first year. Baker Mayfield not only flourishes, but he comes out and puts the Browns in the playoffs. Never compare Sam Darnold to Baker Mayfield. They're 2 different quarterbacks. Baker's 10 times the player, 10 times the quarterback, 10 times mentally better. He went into a situation where 30 quarterbacks have been chewed up and spit out within the first 6 games. And Baker has flourished in it with 4 different head coaches. I don't want to hear after 3 games that Sam Darnold, there's no big drop-off. No, this is a huge drop-off. This Colin Cowherd, I mean, I know he's just trolling because he does what I do, except when I talk about Lamar Jackson, I'm telling you the factual truth, and my evidence speaks, my statistics speak for it. But Colin Cowherd is clueless here. Baker Mayfield thrived in a situation where Sam Darnold would have probably committed suicide. He would have. Hey, he couldn't handle New York, right? And New York was way better condition than Cleveland. Baker Mayfield thrived in it. And he fails to mention Jarvis Landry went out about the same time Christian McCaffrey went out. And look at Baker. What did he go? 21 out of 23, 215 yards? Huh? TD and interception? What did Darnold do? He didn't even get a TD. He didn't even score. So I think it's hilarious. This guy takes 3 game sample size and he goes against Texas because that's who we played. And I think we put up more points than the Carolina Panthers, too. So, Colin, please. I understand what you're doing, but you look like a jackass. I mean, really. Sam Darnold, better athlete physically? Come on, bro. You say he's stronger? Mayfield's way stronger than Darnold. Darnold's, hey, you're talking about the guy that's seen ghosts? The guy that's seen ghosts literally last year? He's seen ghosts at a stadium? So, it's just unbelievable. When we win the Super Bowl this year, I can't wait to hear what these guys say. Mayfield will go 24 out of 28, 280 yards. Browns will win, and they won't even talk about it. They'll say, well, let's see if we can do it again, because, you can win 1, but you got to win 2. I cannot wait to hear, when we win the Super Bowl this year, what they say about Mayfield. It's going to be classic, because they're just going to downplay everything. Even if he leads them on a game-winning drive, they'll say, well, they were bound to do it. I can't wait to see it, but it's going to happen this year. But I think Colin Cowherd's hilarious, though, because Sam Darnold's horrible. He had 3 good games in a row. I'll give him that. But don't discount the first 3 years. And don't ever say Baker Mayfield was horrible his first 2 years. 27 TDs, 14 interceptions, 13 games with 2 head coaches. And let's talk about 4 head coaches in the first 3 years. Don't even get me started. Baker Mayfield is 100% better than not only Sam Darnold, but everybody in that draft class. It's not even close. Josh Allen would have already been on the bench in Cleveland. He wouldn't be able to handle that, the 4 head coaches in 3. Lamar Jackson, we would already be picking first in a draft. Trust me. I know football. Colin, you don't.